Alright, what's up everybody? This is KJ and I am back for my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's just go ahead and get into this video because I got my show Love and Hip Hop coming on in about 30 minutes. Alright, so let's first start out with Kandi. Kandi is at her mom's. They're having a family get together. They're at her aunt's house and her mom and Todd is there and everybody. So Kandi and her mom are actually beefing. They're not talking right now based on Kandi telling her aunts about the way that her Candy's mom boyfriend did her house, which and so they have a little sit down and talk. On her aunt, this first they're not talking at all at the thing. Then her aunt decides that it's the best for them to go ahead and have a talk. So they sit, but they talking to each other. Other people about each other, but they're not talking to each other. I've never seen a mother and daughter act like this before in my life. Seriously, this is craziness. Anyway, they sit down and talk, and they both dry as hell to each other. And she's just talking about, Kandi was just like, what's up, mama? So she was just talking about the whole house and everything, and how Todd has never done anything like that, but she stayed on Todd and all this stuff. So Kandi mama really ain't got nothing to say to defend her boyfriend. The only thing she got to say is that she's taking medicine to avoid an aneurysm, so she don't want to be stressed. She don't want to be arguing. This is what I think. I mean, I really hate to hear that, the aneurysm situation, because that can be very dangerous. But at the same time, Mama Joyce, I feel like Mama Joyce kind of creates her own stress. She does not have to stress. Her child is 100% grown, 100% married. So, I mean, what are you stressing about exactly? I know you're not stressing about your daughter. Your boyfriend got you stressing. I don't understand what you're stressing about, Mama Joyce. Like, seriously, you should just stay out of her business. Let her do her. You do you. Stay out of your daughter's business. Stay out of every damn body business that you possibly could be in right now. And I guarantee your stress level will come down when you just focus on yourself. Trust me. I promise you. That's going to work for you, Mama Joy. So definitely take heed to that. Anyway, so basically they don't resolve anything. They just kind of put it to the side. Just like, we just going to forget about it. Then Phaedra go over and stop by Candy's house, and Candy's basically trying to eat healthy. She's talking about she trying to eat healthy because she's trying to have a baby. Phaedra says, Candy talking to Phaedra about how have she talked to Capallo since everything was going on, and Phaedra was just like, it's kind of tense, he's there sometimes, he's not sometimes. Candy's cousin was there. I guess supposedly he's living with Kandi along with Kayla, Todd's daughter, Todd, Riley. So Kandi got a nice, beautiful house. She can definitely put him up. So he's living there, and so basically Kandi wants him to kind of tell Phaedra how his dad being in jail affected him. And so his advice to Phaedra was basically, just to be upfront with your kids and let them know as soon as possible. Don't have them thinking that he's somewhere else where he really is. And Phaedra's whole concern is, she don't want her kids to think that jail is okay. Alright, so this is what I think about this situation. Phaedra, your son, there is no way that your sons are going to avoid the jail talk. There is no way your sons are going to avoid the fact that their daddy came from jail, their daddy went to jail, their daddy back in jail. There's no way to avoid it. Whether they 5 years old right now or 25 years old, they gotta know, and they're gonna know, and you may as well just let them know. You know what I'm saying? Now, Apollo definitely needs to be in their lives, as their father. But at the same time, Phaedra, you can't. There's no way for you to keep this information from them. This is their life. They are about their life, because you are a lawyer. People that you have in contact with have been in and out of jail. A, so they know that lawyers deal with people that's going in and out of jail. B, their daddy, their birth father, was released from jail after doing a 5-year bid. So they're going to know that. I mean, it's not a secret to nobody. When they get older, they're going to know that. And then they're going to be looking at you crazy because you ain't let them know that. Then, not to mention that he in jail right now, they're going to know that as well. So, I mean, Phaedra, there's really no way around it. What you're going to have to do is just raise your voice to not be in the streets, not be criminals. I don't know how, because if that's what y'all doing, I don't know how you're going to bypass these boys. But at the same time, Phaedra, you're going to have to take responsibility for something at some point. And stop trying to act like just because you tell them where their father is, that they just going to automatically go into a life of jail. You don't want them to think it's okay to go to jail, but then you marry somebody who just got out of jail. So that, to me, as a child or as a teenager, would translate, oh shit, my mom got a husband out of jail, so I know people in jails can be straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's not right, Phaedra. So this is y'all life. Deal with it. Simple as that to me. Then we move on. Let's see. Let's go and move on to Nene. Oh my God, Nene is got the awfulest wig on her head that I have ever seen. I ain't never seen a wig that looked that bad. I don't know who the hell told Nene to put that shit on. I don't know why Nene agreed to it, but then gonna tweet that she didn't like it. Well, why the fuck would you put it on? Why would you agree to put it on in your confessionals, Nene? You experimenting in your confessionals now? I hated it, along with, I'm sure, the world. Anyway, so basically, nothing much was going on with Nene. She did her HSN debut, and, you know, on her, what else was I going to say? She did her HSN debut on her clothing line that she has, which, by the way, I'm not too fond of. It just seems so plain and simple to me. I don't see what the big deal is about it, but whatever. Nothing about Nene. From what I understand, Nene is not going to be having like major roles in the show. I don't know why, but that's just what I read. Kenya is doing a photo shoot with Cynthia, who is basically, she kind of giving her pointers on how to look and whatnot. So then Claudia show up to the shoot. They kind of there to support Kenya. Kenya take a break from the shoot, and Claudia started telling them about a party that Roger Bob is throwing, and you know, she wanted to kind of invite them to it. And before this, Kenya had a conversation with Demetria, who is the new girl on the show, supposedly. Demetria McKinney. She is from Tyler Perry's fame. We'll get more into her. But anyway, she met up with Cynthia. And so, well, no, Cynthia and Kenya and Demetria are talking about this party. So this is when Cynthia bring up the conversation that her and Demetria had when she met up with her. Let me just go back, because Cynthia and Demetria came to the Bailey agency to find some models for her video shoot. She's a singer, which I did not know. But I guess if she in Tyler Perry's play, she got to be able to sing. Most of them do know how to sing. But anyway, she met up with Cynthia to get this model or whatever. So Cynthia gonna get on that with her model. But in the meantime, she's talking about it. And so she started talking about her video release party. And Cynthia was like, you know, well, I'll invite some. She told her to invite some people. She's like, well, I'll invite my homegirls, you know. So she was like, well, who is that? She's like, Kenya and Portia. I mean, Kenya and Cynthia. I mean, Kenya and Claudia. So she was like, Kenya who? And she said, Kenya Moore. And she was just like, you know, she gave a little face. And she was like, you know, it was a whole situation in the blogs with Kenya Moore and her boyfriend, Roger Bob. And they took a picture together with Cynthia, Kenya, Peter, and Roger Bob. But the blog came out and said that this is who Kenya was dating and blase, which Demetria felt like Kenya needed to basically dispel that rumor when the blog came out. And basically, I guess Kenya didn't say anything about it. Which, from my understanding, if I'm a celebrity and people hook me up or put me with any guy that I'm taking a picture with, why waste my time and my breath? That's just what the blogs do. Nobody gives a fuck. And at the end of the day, you know, either one of them could have kind of let each other, you know, let the blogs know, Kenya or Roger, that we're not together. But nobody really cared about it. Kenya didn't care about it that much to let the blogs know, and Roger didn't care about it enough to let the blogs know. So it was what it was. So I think Demetria was really trying to make a big deal out of nothing, because she's not able to claim him publicly. And that's kind of what she said at the party, but I'm going to get to that. But anyway, so, you know, I guess Cynthia was telling her, you know, that she had no idea that her and Roger Bob was together. Cynthia knows Roger Bob, and he's supposed to be like this bachelor that dates a lot of women, so he never mentioned the girlfriend to her. So since Demetria was like, they've been off and on, they've been together for like 8 years, 7, 8 years. Who the hell be with somebody for 7, 8 years that ain't got married? Like, he got money, you ain't broke either. You got your own, he got his own. Why y'all not married? Why y'all not engaged? Girl, please stop wasting your time, Demetria. Seriously. She made herself look kind of stupid at that point to me. Anyway, so in the meantime, we go back over to Kenya's photo shoot, and so Cynthia says to Demetria that you know, tell them that Demetria been dating Roger Bob, that's who, you know, Claudia is going to the event they were invited to. So she tell him, and Kenya says she knows him as well, and he dates a lot of women. But when Cynthia says to Demetria that that Demetria is kind of pissed that Kenya took the picture with Roger Bob and then deny it, Kenya was just like, you know, if I had to deny every person in the blog, you know, it'll be a lot, you know, but she's not gonna do that. You know, she don't have time to just deny everybody that the blogs hook her up with, which I totally get. Anyway, so Kenya go later on, Kenya go and meet with Roger Bob about some projects she want to work on, which I don't understand why. Why is Kenya taking it out her time? Why? Like, why him? Why not somebody else? That was just some little shade to me, honestly. Because why go and work with him? You know what I mean? But anyway, he's real kind of just like there to help her. That's my girl, blah, blah, blah. He's not trying to come on to her. I don't see any kind of flirtatiousness going on at all. And Roger also invites her to the our video release party for Demetria. He did confirm that him and Demetria were dating. That's his lady. They're together. And, you know, Kenya was shocked. But she was just like, congratulations. Kenya, why are you continuing to throw shade? You throwing shade at Demetria. You going to see this man. Like, why? Why insert yourself into this issue? Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. If you want these ladies to like you, you want these ladies to not be doing this, doing that, then why are you inserting yourself in that situation? Like, you should have never went to his office, period. I don't get why out of the blue he's the one that you're going to work with. I just don't get that. And then in the confessional, you throw a shade at Nene, talking about her no growing edges. And then you throw in some more shade at Demetria. Like, you know, you shocked that he could be claiming her. And it's just like, can you stop it? Just stop and be a nice girl. Just stop. Let's see what else. Then we move on to, let's see. What happened to Cynthia? Oh, nothing much happened with Cynthia. Like I said, Demetria came to the vacancy agency and, you know, like I said, she's basically going to help Demetria with her video and single and all that stuff and getting the models and stuff for that. Peter showed up, but, you know, they just kind of talking or whatever. Demetria says, you know, that's what she tell him. She's been dating Roger Bob for 8 years. And, you know, Cynthia just like, I ain't never seen him or commit or, you know, be, you know, claiming a woman. I don't know why people are doing, I don't know why they saying that for real, for real. Anyway, so basically move on. So everybody show up to Demetria's video release party except for Nene. When Claudia came in, she said something about Roger inviting her, and she stopped to, you know, when stopped inviting her, and Demetria says that Roger won't be there because of some kind of last minute situation. So Demetria tells Claudia that she's really wanting Roger Bob to propose, and, you know, all he need to do is he can have a cheerier propose and I'll say yes. You know, basically make herself look desperate as hell after these 8 years. Come on, girl, that was a dummy move. Everyone basically is confused at why he not coming. Like, that's your girl, that's your man, this your video, he's supposed to be supporting you, he also your manager. Like, how does that look if he's not showing up? And it do look a little shady. Like he might not be ready to claim her or something. I don't know. Anyway, so Kenya come in and Demetria and Kenya, they talk, meet each other, whatever. And Kenya says that, you know, something. And then so they was just like, Roger Bob is not coming. So here go Kenya with this sideways shade. Well, he's the one who invited me. So how does that look? He didn't invite you. Cynthia invited you first. Then he invited you. So stop. Like, you didn't even have to mention that. You could have said Cynthia invited you. Don't make it seem like he invited you personally. Which he did, but I mean, like, you didn't have that. That was like unnecessary information because actually Cynthia invited you first. That was just some unnecessary shit that Kenya continues to do, and in the same breath, she wants everybody to stop fucking with her and stop doing this and stop doing that. I wish she would stop doing what the fuck she doing. Stop throwing the shade that she throwing, especially at, you know, people that she don't know, like Demetria, for instance. She throws shade and don't even know the girl. Cynthia should have never told her about that situation because you know why? Cynthia should have told her because they don't know each other. So let them feel each other out and see how this whole Roger Bob situation come up. It seems that Demetria was going to mention it anyway, but I'm just saying, Cynthia didn't even have to say anything because Demetria mentioned it on her own. So Cynthia shouldn't have been playing that messy role at that time. Anyway, so Kenya come in. She come in with Brandon, her friend, and Brandon. So then Apollo come in. Apollo showed up. Oh my God! So Phaedra started looking crazy at the face. I mean, she looking crazy. Brandon actually and Apollo actually do well. Apollo tapped him on the chest and hugged him or whatever. And so Kenya did notice that. She was like, "I'm glad that Brandon did give Apollo a hug, and you know he's a bigger person than that." I think he threw some shade to Apollo. She threw some more shade to Apollo. But that's excusable, but I just want her to stop talking about Apollo completely. Don't even mention him, okay? Apollo come in and hug Phaedra and ask for a kiss, and she was like, you know, she didn't want to kiss him at first, then she kissed him. He was like, that was an ugly kiss. Apollo, from what I understand, you're not even at home. Why the fuck would I be wanting to kiss you on your mouth? You're not even staying at home. Boy, no. Anyway, so Apollo was like, Phaedra, Phaedra, Phaedra. You know, loud. So I guess she was at some point acting like she didn't hear him. So he kept on calling her name. He was like, come, can you get your purse and come over here for a minute? So she was like, well, I guess I'm moving over here. You know, like she didn't want to. And so you could tell that Phaedra is like, what the fuck? Either she didn't know Apollo was there, or she just did not, or was not expecting Apollo to be there. Or just is like, why is he here? Like he told her he wasn't coming or was. I'm like, I don't know. But you could tell she was not ready for this shit. And Apollo come over there. She move over there with Apollo. Apollo is trying to be, you know, talking to Phaedra. Like Phaedra is look. You know how somebody is looking. You talk somebody in your ear, but you looking straight forward, like, yep, yeah. So he was like, you know, you not. He was like, you know, I can change my mood up too. Like basically threaten her like I can call a scene in here or not. You know what I'm saying? Like I can change my mood. You gonna act like that, you gonna act like that. So, you know, I'm just like, Apollo, why is you over here messing with this girl? Like clearly she don't want to be bothered with you. So what the fuck? Go over there with your motherfucking friends. That's what the fuck Peter said when he came over there. He was like, we just coming over here to speak. We ain't gonna be up here for a minute. We gonna let y'all girls chill. And then here come Apollo like busting up the groove and shit. The girl was having fun. Apollo over there all in her ear. So he was like, I want you to talk. He was like, you not gonna talk to me? She was like, oh, I'm just listening. He was like, well, I need you to respond. And so Apollo's just all ill. So you know how somebody hugging you, but you like this. You ain't hugging the back. He hugging and pulling on her like that. She just like, And so here go Phaedra. I mean Candy like, oh, bitch, you know motherfucker Phaedra don't want this nigga on her. Can't you see how she is sitting over here right now? She don't want this. You shut up trying to instigate that shit because she knows she don't want this shit. Anyway, so eventually I guess because it was so uncomfortable, everybody get ready to leave. But first, Demetria couldn't get the video up. Then the video didn't have sound. First, her boyfriend don't show up. Then the video got all these problems. And she just like, y'all don't think I'm crazy. Like, this is just a technical difficulties. And, you know, we're going to get back on schedule, blah, blah, blah. Then they finally showed the video with no sound. Oh, by the way, Portia was there and nobody cares. But pretty much that was it. Everybody leaving. I guess you could tell at the end of the night, Phaedra kind of perked up because they showed her played clip. Well, everybody was leaving. She was talking and she was laughing. So she probably left with Candy, got back in the car with Candy because that's what she came with. So they rolled on home and talked dog Apollo out. I'm like, what the fuck he doing there? And blah, blah, blah. And why the fuck he all in my face? And why the fuck he hugging on me? You know, they probably did that whole thing on the ride home. And Apollo probably stayed on out with the guys and probably didn't come home like she said he been doing. And he was like, you know, why should I come home? You don't love on me, you don't hug on me, you don't rub my back. She was like, so why should I come home so we can look at each other? Bitch, you supposed to come home. If you're not coming home, change my motherfucking lock so you can't come home. Don't do it, Apollo. You been hollering about your boys this and your boys that, but then you ain't even coming home just because you mad at her. Like, y'all need to get y'all shit together. Both of y'all are fire. Period. Anyway, that was pretty much it. It was a pretty good episode. A lot going on. And of course, this next week's episode is probably gonna be better. Anyway, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, rate, and subscribe to my channel and comment, please. You know, I don't get a lot of comments, so comment, like, subscribe, and this video is long enough. Please.